Okay, right now, I would like you to go over to getbootstrap.com. So this is the website here, getbootstrap.com. Okay, and this is the website, and it says build fast, responsive site with Bootstrap. Now, what I'm going to do here, I need to download the Bootstrap. So I'll come here, I'll click on download. Now, currently we have version 5.3.8. Formerly, I myself have used version 3 and version 4. But let's go for the latest version. It's always good to use the latest version. So when you click on this download, okay, I think I've already opened it here. My battery is going. When you click on download, then you click on download here under compile CSS and JS. I'm going to download. I'm using download manager. You may not have this coming up in your own system, but just make sure you download it and know where it is downloaded to. Okay, I will say I will pause the video, but I won't do that. But looking through this website, let me go back to the main page. Now, you go to docs on the left hand side, the documentation. I would rather you do this on your laptop, not on your phone. Okay, I download this thing. If you click on docs, the internet is very slow now. I hope I'll be through before my laptop goes off. Oh. Okay, I want to show you the documentation. Okay, this is docs. It's not loading. All right. This one is also slow. All right. So in the documentation, you will be able to see different components and different utilities that you can make use of. Okay, exactly this is it. So this is the documentation, layout, how to use grid. I'm going to explain them one by one. How to use grid, how to use Bootstrap forms, how to use alert, how to use badge, breadcrumb buttons, add, carousel, and so on. Drop down, modal, navigation bar, nav, and tabs. So we're going to see how to use them. We'll be coming here to pick these tools. So that is the documentation. Okay, I have my download complete now. So if I go to where I downloaded it to, so this is Bootstrap 5.3.8 this is how it's going to be. Now I will advise that on your desktop, create a new project. Create a new folder, right click new folder, call it e-commerce. Call it e-commerce. Then the Bootstrap that I downloaded, I'm going to copy it. Copy. This is window 11. On your own window 10, you may see copies, straightforward. Copy it. Then come to the e-commerce folder that you created on your desktop and paste. Paste it. Good. Now, when you download Bootstrap from getbootstrap.com like this, it's going to give you a zipped distributed files. Now, all you need to do is to right click. You will need a WinRAR or WinZip to be able to extract the content. So you right click, say extract here. Okay, that is it. That is it. Then you open the extracted folder. Okay, then I go back. Inside it, I have JS and CSS. Now, Bootstrap is built with, is compiled with CSS, and it also makes use of JavaScript code. So we don't know JavaScript for now. That is JS, but Let's take it that there are two folders in Bootstrap folder. Okay, I'm going to delete this so that I will not be confused. Now I'm going to rename the folder that I extracted. I'm going to rename it. Rename. Look at my cursor. Rename and call it just Bootstrap, because it's very important you remove all those long 5.3-dist. Just rename it and call it Bootstrap. So we now have Bootstrap folder in our project file. Okay. So what I'm going to do next, I'll minimize this. I'll right click the project folder, e-commerce, and open with code. I will open it in my VS Code. So by now you should know how to open a project folder in VS Code. So the only content I have there is a Bootstrap, my project folder, Bootstrap folder. I'm going to create a file. Here I call it index. No, not inside. Let me collapse Bootstrap. Let me just click here. So it's very important so that you don't go and place your index inside the Bootstrap folder. Click outside it. And click this one, say index.html. Good. So I'm going to generate the HTML skeleton like we normally do by pressing Shift 1 key on your keyboard. It will bring out the exclamation mark and press Tab. So that is it. Now, before I can make use of this Bootstrap, I need to create a link tag. Link this Bootstrap, because in the Bootstrap I have CSS, a lot of CSS file here. But the most important of them is this bootstrap.css and bootstrap.minified version.css. These are the two most important files. We have JavaScript, a lot of them. The most important is bootstrap.js. All right, let's see how we're going to make use of our Bootstrap. Okay, under the title tag, I'm going to have link tag. Hope you remember this link tag. Okay, link tag. All right, so I'm going to say relative is style sheet. Please refer to my video on CSS. You don't understand the href. Href will now be, because we are going to access the CSS here, so it's going to be /bootstrap. So that is how we reference the Bootstrap, then /CSS. My VS Code is bringing it out for me. I'm using Copilot too. Then /bootstrap.min.css. So look at it. /bootstrap/CSS, because the name of the folder is Bootstrap, this one. Then inside it we have CSS. That is what we have here. Then inside the CSS folder we have bootstrap.min.css file. That is what we have here. So that is how you link it. Then also you are going to have script tag. But we normally put script tag for JavaScript in the body, towards the closing body. So put a script here. Script. It has a closing part, unlike a link tag. Use script tag for JavaScript. You are going to learn more about script tag in later video when we do introduction to JavaScript. This script tag, let me check my time. This script tag has a single attribute, which you call SRC, source. Just like href, similar to href, but we don't use href for script. I just say /bootstrap again, but this time around I will pick JavaScript. Now pick bootstrap.min.js, just the same way we did with a link tag. So with this, your site is ready. Now let's put something in the body. Let's put H1 and say welcome to my e-commerce. I'm going to be fast now because my battery is about to go. E-commerce site. If I render this site with live server, let me use live server. You see this font is from Bootstrap. Now, normally it should not look like this. If I disable, for you to understand, let me close my profiles. If I disable this link tag, and I disable this script tag, and I go back and refresh, see the font is displaying. I come to my e-commerce site, see the font, the way it displays. But if I enable, if I do the link and I do the script back, I'm just putting cursor and do Ctrl / to turn it to ordinary comment. And if I refresh it, see the thing here. Then another thing you can see, if I want to put a button, I will say button, login here. Let me say I just say login here. But my button, okay, it should have N. It's going to have a class. I will say BTN primary. Now this class, they already made class in Bootstrap. And if I come here, you see I have blue button here. And for you to style a button to look like this with ordinary CSS, it's going to take a while. This is just a quick integration of Bootstrap into our project and a quick demonstration of how it's going to affect the content of our site. It displays this font in a better way. And I was able to create a button using just as BTN. I've not written any special CSS. I only put button tag, but I apply a class. Automatically, it's going to detect this BTN and BTN primary inside this bootstrap.min.css file. If you open it, bootstrap.min.css is a chunk of code, but I would rather you don't touch it, we don't modify it, so that you don't break Bootstrap. In the next video, we're going to explore Bootstrap the more. I want to thank you for listening.